Welcome back, everybody, to some more Football Manager 26 with our team, Dorking Wanderers, who, might I add, are absolutely flying at the moment. We'll go through some of the results in a bit, but yeah, lots of news, lots of things going on. We're going to be playing Port Vale today in the FA Cup, away from home in the second round. It is a huge, absolutely huge game for us. Let's just have a look at the fixture schedule and we will go to Port Vale. Let's see what they're doing. They are currently third in League One. Spoiler alert, we are second in the National League South. So this team are basically three divisions above us. So this is going to be a huge, huge test for us today. But the good thing is that we are on form. Let's have a look at the fixtures since we were last here. So in the last episode, what did we do? We played the Eastbourne games, didn't we? Was it the extra Eastbourne games? I think it was. We had Ebbsfleet and then Eastbourne away, and then we had the replay. So since then, lots of wins, just the one defeat as it stands. We beat Dover by 3-1 away from home. Always good to get some away results in this league where we've not been at our best as it stands on the road. We beat Southport at home by 3-0. Jason Pryor and Alfie Rutherford absolutely notching goals for fun this season. Dan Gallagher in the 82nd minute got us a 1-0 win against Enfield. We then had a very disappointing 2-2 draw away against Farnborough where we were 2-0 up going into the early second half. We conceded on the hour and then we conceded in the 87th minute. So a bit of a blip there. We beat Torquay by 4-3 at home. This was not as close as what it's suggesting. A late goal once again, which has been a little bit of our Achilles heel. But since then, we've tidied it up a bit. 1-0 victory away to Hornchurch, 2-0 away victory away at Salisbury, a 2-1 win at home to Maidstone United, and then we had a top-of-the-table clash. This was Eastbourne in first against us in second place, and we came out with a draw. Alfie Rutherford with an equaliser in the 69th minute before we lost a game. This was like our first defeat in about 12 games, and unfortunately, it came down to an 89th minute penalty. We lost 1-0 away at Chesham, but we got back on track last time out against Weston-super-Mare, which was a great game to win. They are now managed by Joey Barton. Everybody loves to beat Joey Barton, right? So far, so good in terms of the National League South. This is the table. We're in second place, 21 games in. We are 4 points behind Eastbourne Borough, who are absolutely flying at the moment. It would have been useful to win that game against them, but they're just not slipping up. They're winning games for fun. We've got to make sure that in the league we stay there with them and just keep on their tails all the way. But yeah, it's going to be FA Cup day today, so a huge game against Port Vale. By the way, guys, thank you for the support so far on this series. YouTube and the algorithm doesn't really like me at the moment, so if you would be so kind to drop a like on today's video, leave a comment as well if you feel like it. It really does help out a lot, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. In terms of squad news, everybody's fit. Everybody's ready to go. We have tied Charlie Carter, our captain, down to a new 3-year deal, so he's here until the end of the season in June 2028. So really good for us, 29 years old. It'll take him into his 30s, but you know what? He's our club captain. Our other really important player, Alfie Rutherford, we have just offered him a deal. We're hoping that he signs it. It'll be £1,000 a week. These players are starting to get more expensive now, but Alfie Rutherford is worth it. He's got 15 goals in all competitions so far, 11 of those coming in the league. He's just brilliant. He's really good, and there's no excuse for us not to offer him a contract, so we've got to be trying to do it. Jason Pryor still getting a goal here and there, 11 so far in total for him this season, 7 of those coming in the league, 4 in the FA Cup. I'm hoping that those guys have, again, another good performance today. But this FA Cup tie is worth serious money. Second round, if we were to manage to pull off the impossible here and get a win, £67,000 into the prize fund. We get 3.1k anyway, even if we do lose. There'll be extra time played if the score's a level, and then it will go to a penalty. So there'll be no replays if it's a draw at full times. Winners qualify for the third round, which of course is when the big boys come in. That's when we get the Premier League and the Championship clubs in. So a huge incentive for us to do well today. And this is the team that is hopefully going to go out there and do the business. Folks in goal, Sears. I feel like I've settled on Sears now being my first choice left back. He's only 18 years old. He is a breakthrough prospect, but his attributes are improving game by game. And I get reports on him every month being fantastic. Story will sit alongside him, Louis Story, alongside Louis Annesley, the two Louis in the squad. We did offer Annesley a contract as well, but he wants a lot of money. He wants $1,500 a week going forward. So he rejected the offer that we gave him, which was £1,000 a week. We've just got to hope that we can keep hold of him. And if we can get promoted, maybe we can put some more of that money into a player like this as contracts, because I really would like to keep him. Frankham, are we going to put Frankham at right back? We're not. We're going to put Brannan Camp in there instead. He's been a bit disappointing this season, but largely solid. Carter and Gallagher in central midfield. Den and Lewis on the left. We're going to play Isaac Jeffries on the right-hand side, despite the fact that his attributes are potentially declining a bit, the 20-year-old. When he has played, he's done all right, so we're going to give him a chance today. And of course, Alfie Rutherford and Jason Pryor up front for us. Right, we are going to cross our fingers and hope that we don't get absolutely trounced in this game. Just looking at a couple of players in this Port Vale team, Marco Morosi, Mo Fal as well, both former Doncaster players, the team that I support, Ben Lomax. They've got some good players in this team. What do I say to the boys? No one's expecting anything from you today. Go out and play without pressure. You've got nothing to lose. I feel like that's the one. I feel like that is the one today. Much bigger stadium than what we are used to playing in. They're playing a 3-5. What are they playing? I think they're playing like a 3 at the back. Or let's call it a 5 at the back with wing backs. Oh my God, the kick clash. What is it with this game and kick clashes? It's so frustrating. We have got a red home shirt and we've got a black third shirt. Why do we need to be wearing our white away kit? There's absolute... Oh, my God. This game, sometimes... Do you know what? As much as I love the game and I love FM, and I know that FM26 has had... It's had its share of problems. There's things like this which are really not helpful, and they kind of open themselves up to a little bit of criticism. Anyway, Dorking, we are in the white shorts and the white socks. That's the only way that we're going to be able to get through this comfortably. Alfie Rutherford with an early shot wide of goal. Also, we're kicking from left to right, so hopefully that helps. For the viewers at home, where FM can't seem to sort this kick clash out. Anyway, Port Vale have got the ball. Brown coming forward. He's got runners with him. I just want to make us a good account of ourselves here. There's one that gets flashed wide. If we get beat, we get beat. We're expected to get beat. So there's nothing riding on this game. It's like I said in the team talk. We can go out, we can play without fear, and just do our thing that we've been doing in the league all season. But here come Port Vale again. Ball over the top towards Mo Fal. We pointed him out earlier on, and Mo Fal scores after 8 minutes, and we are a goal down. Not the start that we wanted. We've had a couple of shots, only one of them on target so far. Surprisingly, we are having a bit more possession, and I'm confident in these boys that they can perhaps create something. I did forget to talk about the FA Trophy as well. We're into the second or third round of the FA Trophy. That's the game after this. We're not going to play that on camera today. To be honest, it's not a competition that I am particularly bothered about, unless we get to like the latter stages. The things that I'm really looking at this season are the FA Cup. Just for the financial side of things, we've already achieved our goal of getting to the first round, getting a big game like this in terms of Port Vale away, as we go 2-0 down from Mo Fal. And it's just the league. It's the league that we're going to concentrate on. And that, as it stands, is going to be everything that we're looking at for the rest of this first season at Dorking Wanderers. Not great defending from us there. Port Vale are a good side. I think if they were sort of middle to lower table in League One, that we might have a little bit more of a chance. But as it stands, they're a good side under Darren Moore, and they're absolutely dominating us so far, as expected. Chance for some of these boys, of course, to put themselves out there on a bigger stage. Do you know what? What shall I say to the team? I know everyone has more left to offer. Show them what we're all about in the second half. Denon Lewis, unfortunately, who's been probably one of our best players this season, is having an absolute shocker. We'll leave him on. I'm going to say to him, not happy with the playmaking, and I'm going to say I'm not happy with the finishing. Let's see if we can motivate them a little bit and even get a goal. Let's see if we can give the Dorking fans something to go home and shout about. Corner for Port Vale, though. Dixon Bonner is going to take this. Whipped into the box, cleared by Pryor. We can't pick up the seconds. There's Hall, just over the top of the crossbar. I think it's going to be time for us to make some changes. Our wingers are just, unfortunately, not performing today. So we're going to take off Denon Lewis. Let's bring on McShane on the left. We'll take off Jeffries and we'll bring on Rio Morgan. I don't really have options up front. In terms of our fullbacks, let's take off Sears. We'll bring on Vincent. Vincent's on a moan at the moment about wanting some more game time. So we'll confirm the changes there. And let's see if having two different players out on those sides makes any kind of difference. We've got a corner. Vincent, the substitute, is going to take this. Whips into the penalty area. Looking for Pryor, who heads just wide. If we'd have got a goal then, with half an hour to go, it could have been a bit of squeaky bum time for Port Vale. Right, more changes to be made. Midfield has struggled a bit today. Let's take off our captain, Charlie Carter. We'll bring on Pybus, who started to look a bit good recently. Anyone else that we want to maybe have a look at? I don't think so yet. Let's stick with those three. Tell him that there is a lot of time left, but we want you to make an impact. Come on, get out there. Let's get ourselves a goal. Of course, there's absolutely no shame in this result. Port Vale are a good side. Here's McShane. Pybus. Oh, deflected, and then it looks as though Port Vale are going to hit us on the break. Great challenge by Gallagher. Here's Rio Morgan, the substitute, down this right-hand side. Can he find a ball into the box? He can. Looking for Pryor. Looking for McShane. 2-1. Well, well, well. Are we fully into this now? Let's go absolute extra attacking and see if we can cause an upset or at least take this game into extra time. Ball into the box from Morgan. Pryor into McShane, the substitute, who finishes into the bottom right-hand corner. Right. Are we in for a little bit of a rocky finish here at Vale Park? So we've made 4 changes. I think we've got one more. Louis Annesley is absolutely cooked. We'll bring on Tony Craig, the young 40-year-old centre-back. He's left-footed, so he can switch around with Story. And I think that's what we've got for the rest of this game. Let's say, again, we just want him to make an impact. Experienced player, formerly of Brentford. 5 minutes to go. Are we going to find something? We've run... I mean, we haven't really run them close. We've had 15 shots and we have had more on target. But Port Vale have just had that extra bit of class, haven't they? As the teams walk off the field, we are out of the FA Cup. Port Vale 2, Dorking 1. I'm going to say they went out there, gave it their best. Everybody looks positive. Some not great performances in there, but we will receive, I think it's 3.1k. Yeah, we get 3.1k after losing against Port Vale in the second round of the FA Cup. So unlucky for us there. It'll be interesting to see who Port Vale end up with in the third round. But having a look at this fixture schedule, aside from the FA Trophy, who do we beat in the first one? Hornchurch we beat in the previous round. We've got Walthamstow as our next game. Like I said, we're not going to play that today. We'll kick on. We'll play a few more games off camera and maybe come back in January because I want to start to kick on with this season now. We've got things that we need to do. We've got promotion that we want to achieve. We do have some good news to finish off the episode, though. Alfie Rutherford has signed a new contract until June 2028. So a 3-year deal for Alfie. I think he could do more than well in the National League. I really do. If we can get that promotion this season, I think that man can perform. Let's have a look at the league table just to finish off today's episode. There we are, 21 games in. We're a few points behind Eastbourne, but we are going to be pushing them. We're really going to push them over this Christmas and New Year period. See what they're made of. See what we're made of as well. But guys, we will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. As I say, if you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like and drop a comment if you wouldn't mind. Subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next one very soon.